the best recipe with flour that you've ever seen. I'm going to start today's recipe by adding 2 cups of flour to a pot with 3 cups of boiling water. Next, I'll add a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of oil, and I'll stir carefully so it doesn't spill. The good thing about putting the flour while the water is already boiling is that it already starts cooking and it makes things a lot easier. The right texture of the dough is when it is nice and loose, when it doesn't stick to the pot anymore. Now we're going to transfer it to a bowl and open this dough a bit. We'll let it cool down. Here it's already cold. I'm going to transfer it to the table, sprinkle a little bit more flour over it, and a teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to use a rolling pin to open up our dough. Here it is already quite stretched out. I'm going to get a teaspoon of butter and spread it over all of the dough. Now we're going to hold the dough like so, in this way, and we'll roll it up until it is completely closed. I'll position it in this way and cut it with a cutter. Let's cut until the dough is finished. Now I'm going to take one of these pieces and coat them in flour again. Next, I'll open up this dough, put it in this dough cutter so it's the right shape, and add the filling. Here I'm using mozzarella, but you can choose whichever cheese you prefer. Now let's close the dough and cut it, like so, in this way. We'll repeat the process until we're done. I'm going to put our savory treats in a muffin or cupcake liner and brush some egg yolk over each one of them. On top, I'll sprinkle some sesame seeds so our savory treat turns out even tastier and looks prettier too. Now I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Our recipe is already ready. Look at how delicious it turned out. You're not going to regret making this. You and your family will certainly love it.